Alright, welcome back everyone, Zaf here. So, Battlefield Time, Rank 1 Guide. I want to give you the best info I can possibly provide so you get that ranked number 1 spot, because getting ranked number 1 is obviously very important. That is because everyone wants this juicy crown. Getting ranked number 1 is a must. Let's claim it. Beautiful before it expires. 2 days until it did, so we're good to go there. And if you're wondering where this goes, you can find it right here on your profile by clicking here. And boom. So it updates right here the crowns you have. Very, very nice. So let's go ahead and cover the method. I'll go over which stats matter, which skills matter, which hunters you can use, and also the strategy gameplay, of course. That way you can watch and learn and do it yourselves. But just really quick, congrats to Pluto for being the first commenter in our last video. Here is your shout out, and enjoy your very juicy Discord role. Now, as you can see, we got 1 minute and 35 seconds. We use Min, Libora, and Dong Suck. And trust me when I say, Dong Suck does not suck here. He's actually very good. So let me show you exactly what I ran. If I go to my hunter page, I can show you my build. Very, very simple. And just as a clarifying piece of info that you should know. So with Battlefield Time, your stats do not matter. Your advancements here, they matter because you get those bonus advancement stats and also these passive effects. So these matter. Your skill levels, they also matter. So getting your main basic skills, like these two here for Libora, is very important for damage. And also artifacts, not the substats. So these substats here do not provide any benefit. It doesn't matter if they're advanced up as well, +5, +10, +15, etc. They do not provide any bonus. What provides a bonus is the set effect, okay? So on Libora, I am running the full curse set, and please make sure, in my previous video, I was running 2-piece blessing by accident. I hate how similar these sets look. I know with my review streams, I see tons of people doing the same mistake, so please double check that you're running an 8-set curse and not like 2 greed, 2 blessing, etc. Sometimes it does get confusing. They're all gold. They kind of blend in, but anyways, run a full set of curse. And then for the weapon also matters. You want to go with either an A10 SR or an A10 rare. There's not much of a difference. So for your A10 rare, you can just go with the bow, for example, providing you attack damage, critical hit damage as well, and also the base increase here. So increasing your attack, defense, and HP by 10%. If you have, let's say, an A3, A4, etc. SR weapon, you're better off using an A10 rare. Everyone should have an A10 rare. They are not hard to get. If you do a couple hundred summons, you should have multiple. So everyone can do this, of course. Now, if you don't have Libora, it does make this run a little bit harder, but you can use someone like Lim. Lim will also help in the break department, so you can use them for that, but Libora is the ideal hunter for this run. She's basically built for it, and you'll see shortly why that is. But Lim can be used, and also Silvermane, but again, they're not optimal. The reason why they're not optimal is because of the first phase mobbing. It is very difficult, but you can do it with Dong Suck as well. Dong Suck does provide some AoE with his E and his Q, so he can kind of swap in and help out. But again, Libora is your ideal here. So with Libora, we're also using Dong Suck, and for Dong Suck, very simple, I just went with a full greed set, and for Dong Suck, if you jump to A5, that is very nice, becomes very helpful, but not everyone will have him there. I think the most important advancement here is actually A1. The reason why A1 is so important is because when the user uses Enhance, which is a skill right here, it resets the cooldown of Scorching Shield, this skill here, and it also reduces the cooldown as well. So basically, the combo is, you use Scorching Shield, deal heavy break, very, very OP, then you use your enhancement, then you use Scorching Shield right away, and then you can just wait for the CDRs. Once the CDRs come off, you can then use Scorching Shield again, save your Q for when you use Scorching Shield, then when you use your Q again, it resets it. There is no cooldown, as you can see here, there is no cooldown for it. So this effect, as long as you have Q up, you can use it to reset your E. Very, very important. And if you have him to A5, it's actually quite nice because you can use his ultimate twice. It resets the ulti. Very, very OP if you ask me. Dong Suck is actually a fantastic unit. Surprisingly, He's probably the best Dark Breaker in the game. I know Lim is pretty good. Lim is no slouch here, but Dong Suk is basically an insta break. Love to use them. Very, very nice. But yeah, just run a full set of greed. And then for the weapon, you want to use some of HP. So you can use this right here, the Ancient Grimoire. You can also use, let me find it right here for you, chat. Give it one moment. This is right here. You can use this. It provides HP. Again, you're getting these simple bonuses as well. These are very, very nice. So make sure, if you're using those weapons, that you're matching it to the scaling. So Dong Suk, scales of HP. You want to use the right weapon. Very important. Now, for other hunter, there is some leeway here. You can use someone like Min. I know mine's 2A6. Not necessary. Oh, also, for Dong Suk, you want these two skills leveled up, and also his ultimate. I believe that's the only thing that's required. And for Libra, again, these skills right here, her ultimate, and also her QTE is pretty good, especially for the first phase. Very, very useful. And as long as you have these leveled up and probably core attack, it would help out with mobbing as well, and just her overall damage. With Dong Suk, his ultimate, his QTE wouldn't hurt. It's not necessarily strong, but it's not weak. 620%. But as you can see, his E is much better, 884%. So yeah, these skills right here, his core attack is okay as well, not too bad, but just prioritize these because, well, we don't have an infinite supply of these resources, of course. Skill scrolls are rare. Skill scrolls aren't an infinite resource, even I'm running out, so do spend sparingly, but do make sure you at least level up these skills. It is very important. And then going back to Min very quick, you can see with his skills, if you look at his advancements, the only thing that really matters here is actually A1. So if you have an A1 Min, that's basically all you need. With his Heavenly Blessing not required, getting that ultimate damage bonus, ultis are actually not necessarily useful here. You can do the run without any ultimates. So having Min 2A5 versus A1, not a big deal, don't worry. A1 is the ideal, the crit rate, the crit damage, and also his skills right here are very important. So you're using Conviction of Light for a little bit of bonus damage, 5%, quite useful, but nothing else in his kit is required besides his QTE. You have to remember when the skill is used, it fills all team members' power gauges by 50%. Very nice for that ultimate, helps Libor out a lot, and if you have A5 Dong Suk and you want to use his ultimate, you can use that for the spam. Very, very OP, but again, you have to remember with ultimate skills, it does kind of mess with the timer, so make sure you're using it as a kill measure. Otherwise, it can delay your time, giving you a worse result from otherwise not using the ultimate at all. And when it comes to other units you can use, well, there's not a whole lot of dark units. Again, you can use Lim. If you don't have Min, at least he'll help with the damage aspect and also the break aspect as well. Not too bad. You can swap him in, use his skills, swap him out, deal more damage. Same with Silver Mane. He's very, very strong, especially his QT. His QT is honestly quite powerful, so you can use them for that extra damage. But again, not the most ideal, but you can use them, don't worry. I know a lot of people probably have Silver Mane ranked up, so it is an option. And other hunters here, honestly, you could use Kang. If you have Kang advanced up, he's quite strong. You can use him for additional damage bonus, but there are no real support units you can really use for this build. Maylin, I mean, kind of works, but not really. She doesn't have those bonuses. I know for passive abilities, you could technically work her out, but it's so minuscule, chat, it's not really going to work out too well for you. So Maylin isn't ideal, you could try her, but again, not the hunter you want to use. So just go for another Dark Hunter, Silver Mane, Lim, and also Kang. If you want to try your best with not having Min on your team, again, it's doable, you don't need him. But for Min, if you're running him, the best, literal best artifact set is not this. No. I mentioned in our previous video, what you actually want to run is this right here. So I tried it out. It did work better for me than Blessing. So you want to go with Noble Sacrifice. It gives you an 8% attack bonus to your team. Very nice for Libora. Helps with the initial phases and also the Hobgoblin, of course. And you also want to go for this set here, Outstanding Connection. Let me pop it up right over here. So you get a 28% attack bonus. Very, very OP. I did use Blessing, I used this set after, and it did work out a little bit better with being more consistent on the damage, so this is the way to go in my opinion. Again, for the artifacts, the levels don't matter, the substats don't matter as well. you're only focused on the set bonus because that is where the actual stat bonuses come from. Now, I believe that covers everything with the exception of, let me just go here to Battlefield Time and I'll show you. So Hobgoblin, obviously we are still first. I don't think anyone's really going to come close. 135 is a respectable time, honestly, especially with A2 Bora. Actually, I ran this run with A1 Bora, I'm pretty sure, but anyways, you want to use the right shadows as well. Very important. So Igris is a good choice because he provides crit to both Dong Suck and also Lee Bora, so it helps out both your hunters. You can use blades, that is an option. If you just want to focus on Lee Bora, up to you. They are both viable here, especially if you're running Lim or Yunho. You can use blades for even more damage, but again, crit does come in clutch here. Up to you, of course. I recommend trying both, then you understand which one works better for you. But for me, I love Igris. The crit is just so useful. I hate relying on RNG, spamming these runs over and over again. That's not me. I did my run in 30 minutes, just quickly ran it, got used to it, and got the right damage output for the right time. And then for your other two hunters, I recommend running Serbi. That's because if you look at Serbi, this skill right here provides an infinite 5% damage increase. Very, very necessary. 5% is a lot of BOT, so make sure you use Serbi. And also we use Iron, because Iron's skill provides a defense decrease of 12% for 10 seconds. Again, very useful for this run. Reducing the Hobgoblin's offense, letting you deal more damage is an absolute must. So, with that covered, we should be good. Again, Min, you want to Lee Bora as well, there we go. And then you want Dong Suck, let me put him here. And you want him in this order because we start out with Min, uses E, uses Q, auto QTE into Lee Bora. Lee Bora's QT is actually very good. I did sleep on it, and then once I reran, I realized her QT is OP. So we use that, and then for the Hobgoblin, switch into Dong Suck, uses E, uses Q, uses E, wait a little bit, shadows E, boom bam, done broken, just steal damage. You'll see in our run, I'll show you exactly what we did. And also chat, I want to mention one thing. You might realize that my resolution is kind of strange, and also, the quality is quite low. That's because when I do Battlefield Time, I go my settings and I reduce everything to low. Yes, that's right, I lower my settings, up the FPS as much as I can, just to make sure I get the most lag-free battle. It kind of works for me. I don't know if it works for you. I recommend you try. It might give you a better result. It won't hurt, so give it a try. So jumping into the battle, right off the bat, we start with Min, and I just run. I literally bolt it all the way to around this area. You'll see we're going to bolt it. And sometimes what I do is I target this mob here. That's because the aiming mechanics in Soul Leveling Rise is honestly quite terrible, I'll be honest. So I do aim at the target, that way I can't miss any skills. It won't aim to the side, it won't aim to the left, to the right, behind me, which does happen, super annoying. So I do press my right clicker, and it aims on the target, very nice. So I start off by running around, left to right, and as you can see, the mobs are pooling around me. Then I'll use my E. The E from Hin is very nice. It basically stun locks them and applies the damage multiplier 5% onto them. Then I'll use my Q and I'll auto attack once or dodge, up to you. And then Lee Bora comes in. Now with Lee Bora, her skill is bugged. Her QT is super buggy. This took me multiple attempts, let me tell you. Sometimes she aims backwards, super annoying, or she'll miss all the mobs, I don't know why. So you want to get her QT right, as you'll see here. I make sure I'm basically to the side of all of them, because their QTE aims to the side, very annoying. You'll see here, it vacuums up all the mobs together. Very important for this run. Vacuums them all up, deals a ton of damage, charms them, and then we can just deal a ton, boom bam. Would have been nice if they all died. The time would have been much nicer, but you saw there, we beat this in 14.5 seconds, pretty good. And then we're going to continue, run back here, and then wait for the mob to run at us, deal some damage with the autos, dodge when you can if you want, or you can swap right into Dong Suck. His E will basically kill them with the QT. You'll see here, boom, absolutely demolished. So, with Lee Bora, two options. On that second phase, you can either use her skills or tag in with Dong Suck, deal the damage needed, and just completely wipe phase 2 right off the map. So, Hobgoblin coming in, we're just gonna run forward, run, use his E, Doesn't matter if we miss, usually won't. Uses Q. The good thing about Dongsuk is you don't have to worry about getting hit. The shield gets applied, and the shield is nice, so makes your life much easier. And I believe his skills in general without the shield also don't let you get hit. Very, very OP. So you saw here, we're just going to use our Q next, use our E, get the reset off, and just wait for CDRs. And one thing I do want to note is that Dongsuk CDRs are very, very low. Now, one thing I didn't realize is actually breaking right away didn't net more damage, but using our QTEs actually worked better. So I kept swapping. I'm going to swap into Min now. Once I get that chance, boom, swap in. Use his skill right here, his QTE, recharging all the power gauges. And then uses E, uses Q, uses auto. This will let us swap Libora in, and there we go. Swap her in, deal a decent amount of damage, not too necessary though. And now our shadows come out for Dongsuk. Uses E, uses combo, and here comes all the damage piling up. Serbi's bonus, as you can see right here, provides us that 5% bonus. I believe that's it. So the 5% damage bonus, very, very OP. Iron as well, providing us the defense reduction. And you saw there, so much damage from the ulti, so much damage from our shadows, and Dongsuk in general is very strong. And one thing about the bomb is you don't need to worry. When it spawns in, basically your shadows, or even Libora, will deal with it pretty easily. The AoE is all you need. Do not focus on it. We're just going to deal our damage as needed here. Use our ultimate. Libora's ultimate is worth the time reduction. So you saw that we lost about 5 seconds or so. And just heal the autos and then swap to Dongsuk. Hope for some nice crits here, because Dongsuk deals nice damage. So you saw here, QE, get the reset off, so strong. And then we're going to manually swap to Libora, and then use her skills, you'll see here. Boom, bam, use her Q auto attacks, core attack, etc. And we are done for with the final swap to Dongsuk, getting those skills off, no delays whatsoever. So, fairly easy run for the most part. Hobgoblin is annoying but doable. Thankfully, the bomb gets dismantled pretty quick. So overall, I think this is the harder set of runs we've had. Hobgoblin has a ton of HP here, but it is certainly doable. So I hope that helped you with the build, with the full battle guide, and also the artifacts, skills, what works in Battlefield time, what doesn't, and also the replacement hunters. I hope that helped. This should allow you to get a top 5 time at least, even if you don't have all these hunters. So if this helped, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want more content like this, drop a like, and of course leave a comment. Did this work for you? Do you have any recommendations? Do let me know down below. This was Zaf signing out.